From Centennial High School, the Centennial Sports Arena on a Friday night. It's high school girls hockey on North Metro TV, a Northwest Suburban Conference showdown, and a cat clash for good measure between the Blaine Bengals and the Centennial Cougars. 20 combined wins between the two teams, 9 for the Bengals, 11 for the Cougars. And it's the second of the rivalry matchup scheduled this year, with the Cougars taking the first. J.W. Cox alongside John Haddon. And John, well, we'll get a double dose of rivalry over the next 2 nights. First up, the girls' teams, and this Centennial team, they're flying high, rolling into this one right now, sitting in the Northwest Suburban Conference second spot, just behind Andover with that strong 11-2 record.
Yeah, flying high, except for the fact that they just faced Andover and lost that game in a lopsided fashion. So Centennial looking to bounce back in their season with a win over Blaine. It won't be easy to come by.
10-0 loss to Andover, but then 4 wins for the Cougars. Armstrong Cooper, that last one. Andover was the last matchup for the Blaine Bengals, and despite my prognostications, they lost 9-0. I still think maybe the Cougars can get them next Monday. It is senior night. This is the final home game, 4 straight on the road. 5 of the final 6 come on the road for the Cougars. And we're underway here on senior night on North Metro TV. And the Blaine Bengals 9-5, averaging 2 goals a game, giving up just 2.2 goals per game. Even Steven there, Centennial scoring up close to 4 per contest, with a couple of top lines that are pretty strong. Quick attack in. Haley Hansen watches it sail by. She is in net for the Blaine Bengals, as she has been all season long. That one's dumped right back in for the Cougars by Abby Elliott. Hansen 9-5 with a 2.2 goals against average, 93.5% on the save percentage. Blown out of the zone by Caitlin Ron. She tries to send it forward towards Caitlin Gress, who's the tender for the most part all season long for the Centennial Cougars. 8 of the 11 wins belong to Gress. 8-2, 2.5 on the goals against average, 92% on the save percentage for Coach Molin and his squad. Coach Guider on the other side. Watchful eye, just less than a minute gone.
The Centennial program, we've seen them go through a number of coaches in the time that you and I have been covering the team, and they've always found success. The handoff from coach to coach, the foundation that the program was built on has allowed them to continue to be one of the threats in this conference, in this section, for a long, long time. Whereas on the other side, you've had Guider around for a long time, and also he's the reason for that foundation and the continued strength of the program for the Bengals.
2 different approaches, but a whole lot of success both ways for these Bengals and Cougars programs as we go under 16 minutes to go here in this first period. Bengals trying to hang on to possession. It's shoved out, backhanded out of the zone by the Cougars. Quick chase down the ice for Centennial. Morgan O'Hearn won't get there in time to avoid the ice, and we'll come back the other way. That loss to Andover, you can almost wipe that off everybody's schedule this season. They are running roughshod over the Northwest Suburban Conference and likely going to do that over the state of Minnesota in girls hockey. I mean, we've seen a lot of good girls hockey teams, John, in the time we've been doing this together just here. I don't know that I've seen one that's been that dominant at that level of Andover, where you almost go in and you don't really feel like you have much of a chance. You look at some of their scores against really good teams, and it's pretty lopsided. Well,
I agree. Look at the 2 teams we have playing tonight. Right. 9 wins and 11 wins so far this season, and they were both just dominated by Andover. So to think that 2 programs that I just talked about have been strong, continue to be strong this year, didn't have a chance against the team in this conference. That's not what they're used to. These teams are used to being at the top of the conference and at least being in competition between each other, between Maple Grove, throw in a couple of others, in different years. But all of a sudden, Andover's the class, and no one else is up there with them.
These 2 teams, well, the Cougars have another shot at Andover, but a lot of the focus also turns on Section 5 and what will sort out there eventually before the state tournament, before they'll really have to maybe worry about hoping to find another run against Andover in the state tournament. Bengals spending a lot of time in the zone, not a lot of shots on goal. They've just got 1 so far. Cougars yet to have an official shot on goal. Megan Gaudreau could change that. She fires it back to the middle of the ice instead. And it's knocked down towards the net by Nikki Hammond, one of the seniors recognized here on Senior Day. Lost stick, turns it back over to the Bengals. As in came Abby Elliott flying off the bench to try and keep the pressure on, but the Bengals able to bring it out of the zone. Gaudreau, one of the top scorers on this team, a goal in 4 straight for Centennial. Well, it's a little tougher to come by, and it's been spread around with some of the scoring for the Bengals of late as Gress has that one bang off the left pad. Sent off the wall by Hannah Thompson, trying to clear space, and it's flown up ahead a little bit too strong. Quickly towards it goes Hammond. Catches up to it behind the cage. Has Summer Francis back towards the crease if she can control it. Francis comes over to take the puck away. Dumps it down towards the corner, hoping to get a little help down there from Ella O'Hearn. Pinned up against two Bengals. It's brought out of the zone by Blaine. Grace Bouch. Strong work to peel the puck away. Left it to Maddie Anderle. Anderle had a big goal a couple of games ago. Game-winning goal against Maple Grove and a 1-0 victory over number 7 Maple Grove. Come back with a Bengal face-off.
I feel like we just did this yesterday.
It does.
Okay.
With a Centennial team against a team wearing blue, no less.
I don't know why we took our cameras down all week.
Well, they're in different spots.
That's true.
I don't know about Monday.
Well, yeah, we had Rob in the left corner on Monday. He's worked every position in the arena.
I mean, he's a regular jack of all cameras. 13:07 to go. Cougars still looking for that first shot on goal. They've outshot their opponents in 3 straight, at least 30 shots on goal per game. It's been the other way for the Bengals. 4 of their last 5, they've been outshot, despite the fact they've still found a way to win 3 of those.
Nowicki going to the box, 2 minutes for tripping.
Neither team lights it up on the power play so far. 6 power play goals in 31 chances for the Cougars, but a little better of late. They've scored on 3 of their last 9 power play attempts. I
think that's so surprising for 2 teams that have the win percentage that these squads do, that they have struggled on special teams in that way.
Bengal penalty kill sits at 87%, so they've been solid on that part of the special teams attack.
Especially Centennial, averaging what they do in a goals per game standpoint. To think that so many of them are coming in non-power play situations to put up those kinds of numbers is really shocking.
Turned back out towards the blue line, only dumped back in by Lauren O'Hara, and she sends it tight towards the net where Ella O'Hearn was standing there trying to get a redirect. Cougars maintain with 1:15 to go on the power play. That one saw a lot of traffic off the stick of Gaudreau. Karaming to the corner. 12:15 to go here in this first period. 1:10 left on the power plays. It's settled down by Thompson again near the blue line. Shoves it down for O'Hara. O'Hara trying to get some space, flips that one up well wide. Bengals a chance to get on and clear away from Ella O'Hearn, but O'Hearn gets to it. He pins it up there, works to the good of the Bengals. And it's taken off the wall and flung out of the zone. Like Caitlin Ron was able to get the stick on that, send it with authority down the ice, tracked down by Abby Elliott. Elliott against some quick pressure, shorthanded into the zone with O'Hearn. Dumps it back near side for Hammond. Hammond sends it right in. Hansen has it knocked down right off her chest. Pinned up in that same corner again. 25 seconds and counting on the power play.
Francis not messing around down there.
And a Bengal down on the deck, but still doing enough to keep time soaking it off.
To get that done.
Puck tapped away. Flashing had it for a moment. Knocked off her stick by the Bengals. Just 10 seconds to work on this power play.
He's not playing first base this spring. Someone made a mistake, because that was impressive down there. You do that in skates like that?
And back to full strength, so the Bengals, that penalty kill continues to climb up, over 87% on the season, and they withstand the first penalty here. A couple of shots on goal off of it for the Cougars, but no scores. Gaudreau takes it right away at the blue line. Left it back a little bit wide there for Hammond. Make it O'Hara who sends it in tight.
Nice recovery by O'Hara, though, to bring that in and get a clean shot away.
Tries to backhand it inside the post. Ends up with Gaudreau. Taken away by the Bengals in behind the net. Up ice it goes quickly for Shelby Sandberg to try and clear. Puck skitters close to the crease there. Gaudreau able to track it back down, but not in a danger zone yet. Flies it over the near side for Newpower. Newpower sends it down. Pads just got down in time for Hansen. Knocked it away from the 5-hole, clean to the corner.
That's the other thing, the number of names that we're seeing. Thompson, Newpower that we saw last night. It really just doesn't feel like there's much difference.
Out to the blue line, and O'Hearn able to stop it on a dime there, but the Bengals able to pry it away and at least force O'Hearn to take it back. Or O'Hara, excuse me. We go under the 10-minute mark here in period number 1. Francis poked off the stick of O'Hearn instead. Back to Sandberg. Sandberg looking for a little bit of space. It's cut off quickly by Newpower. Sandberg sends it around, cut off by Elliott for the Cougars. Sent towards the blue line, knocked down by Anderle. Just into space, Cougars finish the clear. It's up to Hammond. She taps it down towards the net. A floating puck out of the crease. Hansen covers it up. 9:38 remaining here. Shots on goal now favoring the Cougars as they had that power play to get the first couple. And the flurry right after the power play expired. Elliott cleanly off the draw, fires it along the blue line to Torma. It was knocked away and taken away by Maddie Anderle. Bengals, though, a little trouble with the clear.
Yeah,
a lot of trouble with the clear as Nikki Hammond got on the puck, centered it back out in front, bangs its way to O'Hearn. She popped it into the air. O'Hearn and Francis after it. Francis keys it out to the blue line. Start the possession again. It wraps all the way around. Ticketed for Hammond on the near side. She's watched closely by Grace Bouch. Back out. Thompson standing strong at the blue line. Dumps it down behind the goal line again as O'Hearn tries to win the race to the puck. Can't do it. Great reach there by Paige Nowicki. Down on a knee to drag that puck away from the attacking Cougar. Tess Inlow, excuse me. Be an icing though, bring it right back into harm's way in the Bengal zone. O'Hearn.
Nice job by Centennial. I was even after the power play to set up some offensive chances, you know, establish themselves in the zone.
They made it tough on the Bengals, even with control, to get it out of this end. Gaudreau doing the same thing right there. Finally, the puck flies back toward Parent on the near side. Newpower's the first one to it, though, for the Cougars. Dumps it back. O'Hearn helps it towards the blue line. It's back into the Bengal zone. Flying O'Hearn after it once more. Fussy keeps it away from her.
Nice job by Fussy to keep calm there. O'Hearn was really putting on some pressure.
Braille Fussy is the #1 goal scorer on this Bengal team. 7. Nobody with double-figure goals is Parent. Straight through the middle, sends that one through some traffic of a defender. Newpower was just enough to get in the way, and it was wide of Gress.
And I think the 2 goals a game for Blaine is just an astonishing number. To have 9 wins this season, but not be a high-scoring machine. They've won some interesting games. And, you know, as of late during their run, they have some solid wins. A couple of 4-1 wins over Armstrong Cooper and Anoka Spring Lake Park.
And now the pressure being applied by the Cougars as we're under 8 minutes to play in this first period. Free puck. O'Hearn didn't know it was right there. She wraps it around the boards as it's tracked down by Caitlin Ron for the Bengals. Pushed out, had a feed potentially up to Anderle, but Ron hangs on to it. Now across the blue line, too wide for Anderle. Elliott tracks it down for the Cougars. Knocked down right off the bench at the blue line by Bouch. Flipped high of the circle, left, back to Bouch, straight away. That shot knocked down in traffic, could have been trouble, headed in towards Gress, never got there.
It took just a little bit too long to develop. That's why by the time it got to her between the circles, the defense had collapsed and was able to step in front of the shot.
Francis with space, and that space was closing quickly, so she took the quick shot, and Haley Hansen plucked it out of the air. Drops it right back down, nothing but her teammates home, so she was able to keep play rolling on as the Cougars had a change. Turned over. Cameron Singh picks it off and dumps it into the zone. Now it's the Cougars' turn with space to try and work up ice. To Gaudreau, has it skip past her skate right to Kendall Dean. A little bit of help there from Lauren O'Hara. Back to Gaudreau. Peeled off again by Dean. Cross ice looking for some space. Angled off the wall. Backhanded by Peyton Parent. Nobody home at the circle. The Cougars bring it right back, courtesy of Abby Elliott. Up to Gaudreau. Gaudreau finds O'Hara flying in late. Turned over, a little bit strong. Sandberg gets in there. 2-on-2. She's got Parent to her right. Sandberg goes wide. Takes the shot, but it's knocked away early. Great defense from Olivia Flashing. Out of the zone, and we will get an icing to bring it back with just under 6 to go here in the first period of a scoreless game. First meeting between these two was at Fogarty Arena back on the 9th of February. 2-0 Centennial got the lead. Goal in the first, goal in the second, scoreless in the third. Caitlin Gress perfect on the night, 22 of 22. Francis and Parr. Lauren Parr, listening to the Senior Day announcements, not here today. On some sort of trip. They noted her for having that big goal against the Bengals. One of the seniors absent from the Cougar roster tonight. They said she was floating in the Caribbean. Again, I didn't get any further details on that, but seems like a nice place to be.
It sounds very nice. It's surprising, though, to have a high school athlete leave in the middle of a senior sporting season.
A lot of life to be had, even away from the rink. Back on the near side, Caitlin Ron sends that one in tight towards Caitlin Gress off the pads with under 5.5 to go in this first period. Another aggressive battle in a corner here. This time the Bengals keep the puck free just long enough to hang it in the zone for an extra second before Nikki Hammond gets to it. Clears it for the Cougars. Francis has her path cut off by Grace Bouch. Bouch turns a tight corner. Costed at the blue line by Goudreau. Just enough to get it back to New Power. Left it for Goudreau. Now New Power turns, fires it towards the net where it's cut off by Macy Jansen. It's another multi-goal scorer. She's got 3 goals and 6 assists. A depth of goal scorers, but nobody with a pile of them here this season for the Bengals, as we touched on. Fussey's got the most. She's got 7. Flying in again with Sandberg to the center. Couldn't control to make a solid pass there. Now Fussey makes her way in. Fires it down, and it's knocked away. Pad saved by Caitlin Gress.
Nice job by Gress. Really sweeping with her leg pad and then with her stick at the same time to push that to the corner, because Blaine did have someone closing in looking for a rebound.
Bengals, their Cougars cleared the zone. The Bengals dump it back in. Just outside of 4 minutes to go. Bouch flies in to keep the pressure on. Sends that one just wide of the crease.
Looked like Sandberg might have gotten a little piece of it. Didn't deflect it towards the goaltender, but that was the right idea.
Here's Sandberg again, working her way in. Too many defenders. She veers off back towards the corner. Dumps it to Nowicki at the blue line. Cross-ice pass for Inlow. She'll send it through off a rebound, or a deflection rather, and the Bengals will take the 1-0 lead.
That's just pucks on net, right? It wasn't the great shot that she would have wanted. She fell down, but she sends it on, and then it looked like Anderle in front was the one that deflected it in.
Maddie Anderle, right spot for her 4th goal of the season. And after being shut out the first time against their rivals with less than 4 minutes to go in this first period, the Bengals take the 1-0 lead. Francis driving against 3 defenders, lost the puck and eventually Bengals look to clear.
Was that a goal song for the opposition? Did they? I guess we wouldn't know if they did that last night. Did you see Tino Grace? They scored in the 3rd.
Yeah, which I do remember some silence.
That's what I thought. But I
catch.
haven't seen a lot of opponents' goals for all the times I've been here this week. The Centennial boys had dominated their 2 opponents.
Which is true. I guess it's a 3-pack of rivalry this week, obviously, because the boys will rematch less than 7 days later.
Yep.
That's our game tomorrow. That one will be at Fogarty. Coming up on the 3-minute mark, Bengals have the lead. Ella O'Hearn catches it on a change. Anderle confirmed as the scorer from Inlow. Goudreau with it at the blue line. Tried to rifle it right back down towards O'Hearn, who gave it to her. Knocked away in its pursuit down the ice. Jansen, cross-ice pass. Exit out of the zone, a little too strong, but it bounces right to Parent. Parent flying in. Parent has it poked off her stick. Good recovery by New Power and the Cougar defense. Opportunity for a breakaway that went awry. The Cougars peel it off the wall. Goudreau looking for some space. Sends it over to the right side for O'Hearn. Takes it middle. Dumps it into the zone. They were looking for the change anyway, so now we'll get it. Bengals with a chance to clear cleanly. And do up ice for Caitlin Ron. Weaves around all 5 defenders there. Dumps it to the corner, gets it right back, knocked away. Good opportunity that developed, it just never made it all the way to the net. Knocked down by the defense in front. Singh has it below the goal line, had the pocket picked and taken away by the Cougars. Coming up on 90 seconds to go here in this first period. Hammond flies across on the near side wing, hounded by Bouch. Poked off her stick. Free puck near side headed for Francis. Touched first by the Bengals. Off the wall, Bouch sends it up to Singh. Make that Anderle, who just scored that goal. She dumps it down towards the corner with 1:15 remaining in the period. 5-on-1 on the defensive side as the Bengals had that change. The puck makes its way all the way up ice past Hammond. They say she tapped it, so no icing. Minute left in the period. Puck free in the Bengals zone. Knocked around by O'Hara. Deeper towards Gaudreau on the goal line. Set up. In towards the net, and just caroms wide to the far side. Puck knocked down by Sandberg, trying to find the handle on it. Couldn't, but did knock it to the blue line. Thompson sends it back down towards the goal line. O'Hearn had the pocket picked. It's Sandberg again. With Fussy to her right, goes wide, leaves it back for Fussy, poked away by the stick of O'Hara. Sandberg circles back around to try and take the puck, knocks it to a Cougar, out to Gaudreau, plenty of time with more than 20 seconds left, goes right side O'Hearn, back to Gaudreau, Gaudreau, a lot of net, and she knocks it home! Excellent back and forth, Ella O'Hearn feeds it back to Megan Gaudreau, who finds the back of the net in a tie with 17 seconds to go in the period.
The kind of breakaway that you practice all the time. Good job by O'Hearn to stay a step ahead of the defender who was trying to catch up. She sucked in the second defender who was already back, and that leaves Gaudreau with just the goaltender beat. And not a bad job necessarily by Hansen of sliding across, but it went between her glove and her pad. So good job by Gaudreau to lift that one off the ice.
Final 17, Bengals scored first. Cougars have answered. This rivalry matchup is tied at 1. Quickly, Ron takes it right at the net as Gress plucks it out of the air. 2.2 seconds remaining. Gaudreau scores for the 20th time this season. That'll give her a goal in 5 straight and 10 of the last 11. And a big-time goal to get things back even. As I said, Bengals on the board first. Cougars evened it up. We're even on the scoring side. We're even on the shots on goal side. We'll go to the second period, 1-1 in this rivalry matchup. Come on back and join us for more right here on North Metro TV. Back on North Metro TV as the Cougars and Bengals skate to a 1-1 tie after 1. Bengals opened up the scoring inside the final 4 minutes. Maddie Anderle got a goal to go as she tumbled to the ice. Didn't last very long, just over 3 minutes with just 17 seconds left in the period. Megan Gaudreau on a break with Ella O'Hearn. Able to score the 6th assist for O'Hearn and the 20th goal of the season for Megan Gaudreau. Just 2 games ago, she had a 5-goal game against Elk River Zimmerman. She's off to a good start here, and it's 1-1. Pretty even, though, in that first period, though, John.
Yeah, you started with a feeling out period right away. Not much was going on. Then you had the power play chance for Centennial, and that, generated some shots, generated a little bit more flow. But we still were kind of in a stalemate. Then the scoring got started and it was answered. So it was even all the way through, just we went through some different styles of play and styles of gameplay, really, than having it be consistent all the way through.
Final home game for the Cougars, as mentioned, they did their senior day, senior nights festivities. They'll go to Rogers, Andover, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids, and Maple Grove. Bengals 3 games left. The next one on Monday night at home against Champlain Park, Coon Rapids. Another fresh 17 starting to tick down on the clock now at the Centennial Ice Arena. Right to left will go to Bengals here in the second period. Trying to find control, but it's out to Gaudreau at center ice. She dumps it down close to O'Hara. Knocked away by Macy Jansen. But back to O'Hara in the zone, right back to the middle. O'Hearn lifts it with the backhand and it's just knocked wide by Haley Hansen.
To me, it looked like she was going for O'Hara, so wasn't able to get it to her in stride the way that she would have liked, but they had a player in the neighborhood.
Bengals have been tough, peeling some of these pucks away down in the corner. That one doesn't quite clear the zone, so it bangs off the wall back to O'Hara. To the middle, Gaudreau. Gaudreau sends that one to the post. Little extra chance there late off the rebound for O'Hearn, won't go. Stays in the zone for the Cougars. O'Hara walks along the goal line, follows O'Hearn in there, and sent that one behind her. Was knocked away by Hansen. Did a good job to keep the eye on the puck. Minute gone here in the second period. All the way down the ice and tracked down by Abby Elliott. Back towards the middle, a little too strong for anybody there. Callie Cody couldn't catch up to it. So the inadvertent icing will bring us back the other way with 15:52 to go. These two teams in this cat clash, you go back to 2012 and the Cougars have a lead. It's not huge, 12-9 in the head-to-head meeting. They did have a 6-game win streak until early last year, did the Cougars. The Bengals broke that one up. At the blue line in low. Able to just slide it down closer to the circle before it's knocked away by Cody. All the way down the ice, so we'll bring it back into the Bengal zone. The Bengals had that win in January of 2020, and the only win prior to that, the last win prior to that, came in January of 2017. Cougars have also had the bragging rights in the Cat Clash postseason edition, winning the last two. Bengals scored first here tonight. Cougars responded in the final 17 seconds. Turned over, Grace Bouch right there, tried to send it netward and was knocked away. Turned into a scrum in front. Anderle on the puck now, trying to bring it back to the goal line. Grace Torma took it off her stick, flies it up ahead to O'Hearn. O'Hearn slams it past the blue line with 15 minutes to go here in the second period. Hansen mixing it up in behind the cage to free the puck back ahead. Singh trying to track it down. Torma got there first and tapped it back towards neutral. Francis with speed, trying to go wide. It bangs off the toe of her skate. Right back into the zone for Singh, who hadn't cleared just yet, so she slaps it down to the goal line. Cougars working it out near side. O'Hearn, just a little bit of a miss hit there. Couldn't get the pass to the middle of the ice. Slides back to neutral, taken there by Jansen. Jansen skates in, sends a fluttering puck down towards the crease. Covered up by Gress. Gress actually 2 games out of the net in the last 2. Armstrong, Cooper, and Anoka Spring Lake Park. Those 2 games under the watchful eye of Anna Peterson. Perfect 3-0 when she's gotten a decision this year in net, but it's been mostly Caitlin Gress. Stopped 8 of 9 today.
And Gress has gotten the tougher games. She's had to play in the big-time matchups throughout the course of the season.
Gaudreau finds O'Hara, sends it through. No, she snagged it. What a save by Haley Hansen.
Yeah, good read by Hansen. Saw it all the way into her glove.
Saw it longer than I did. 14:07 to go here in the second period. Faceoff still comes to the stick side. This is Bouch. Stops on a dime to redirect and nearly sent it right into the post where Hansen was waiting for it. So a nifty move by Bouch, but just couldn't finish it off by bringing it off the goal line. Francis and Bouch in another draw. Cougars control, flashing up at the top. Sends a fluttering puck that was tipped up into the netting and down.
I mean, it has a bit of the feel of the first, where we're kind of seeing some shots that you're wondering which of these kinds of attacks is really going to beat these 2 good goaltenders. It took a while in the first for us to get that, but both were beat. And so far, we haven't seen any of those really top-tier scoring chances.
Right back in, off a little bit of a turnover there. Francis takes the quick shot, and it was saved away by Hansen. To the front again, in low. Stops its progress and sends it out of the zone. Yeah, we're seeing this Bengal defense answer some of those questions about, well, it's a team that only scores 2 goals per game, but they're still winning these games with some defense. As O'Hara goes wide, circles in on Hansen, and tries to adjust and sends it wide. This is a Cougar team that has scored at least 6 goals in 6 of their last 9 games. They can pile it up, and right now sitting on 1 goal, but a beautiful feed in front. O'Hearn can't convert it. O'Hara rather.
Yeah, nicely done by Goudreau to spot her in the middle. That play really developed nicely. That is the best scoring chance that we've had here in the second period.
And Haley Hansen up to it. Big part at the back end of that defense. And a lot of things that have made this Blaine program successful that we talked about, but you look no further than what Coach Geider has done with a lot of goaltenders that have come through here. Turn them into steady and exceptional players. Out front, Elliott sends that one down, and it's off the pads of Hansen. Sandberg had it for a moment. Pocket picked by the Cougars. Parent down to a knee to try and hang on to it. Hammond takes it away for Centennial, but right back to the Bengals. Charge there for Cody, comes up empty, and the Bengals bring it out of the zone. Fussy pushes up ice, trying to go wide, finally inches it into the zone. 4 defenders back, now everybody back into the zone as she still hangs on to it. Going wide off the goal line, back to the blue line it goes. Fed down by Ron, down towards Sandberg. Sandberg in the corner with it, 4 goals and 5 assists on the season for her. Fussy peels it away, out to Ron, to the middle of the ice. Parent on the back end, sends a bouncing puck in, steered away.
That was right where they wanted it, but it just took a little too long to get to Parent, so by the time she got her shot away, the goaltender able to recover.
Gress made the save, but the defense in front cleared the doorstep. 14-10 shots on goal in favor of the Cougars, but a flurry for the Bengals, and we'll come back the other way with an icing.
O'Hara getting desperate at that point to send it down to the other end for an icing. Just tired after a long shift. Yeah, it actually deflected right to Parent, and yeah, while that might have put it, you know, as a better pass to her in the end, it also slowed the puck down slightly.
Anderle out of the corner, trying to drive to the near side post. She also had Grace Bouch in there with her. Gress able to end the opportunity. Just outside 11 and a half minutes to go in this second period. Cougars control off the draw, still not out of their own end though. Fashion will bring it up towards neutral ice. Francis trying to work it up the ice. Instead it goes to Hemmer. Back at neutral, Bengals take it back. Singh runs into some traffic. And because of that, she ended up offsides as it snuck back out of the zone. Puck bounced back to the Bengals and Kendall Dean, but the offsides will bring us back to neutral with just outside of 11 minutes to go in period number 2. Bengals and Cougars both scored inside the final 4 minutes of the first period. Still sitting on that 1-1 score right now. Up ice hits Goudreau right at the blue line. Off her skate, she's got O'Hearn with her, takes the shot anyway. Rebound chance once and twice, and O'Hara stopped right there by Hansen.
Goudreau and O'Hara again, and it was a 1-2 punch, but outstanding work by Hansen to follow that rebound and make sure that she was in front.
Might have caught that wide-eyed look a little bit. That was one that she had to bring her A game and did. One big-time score followed by another. Right at the front of the crease. Elliott sends it into traffic, knocked around. O'Hearn pins it in the corner, taken away by O'Hara. Steps around a defender who lost the stick, made it back in front. Goudreau was there with a lot of net, and it just goes wide. Wide of her stick, she can never get the shot on. Elliott sends it down again. She's looking for O'Hearn in front. Now it pops out of the zone. The Bengals defend their way to a change as Fussy will head to the bench.
Really strong push here in the second period for Centennial in the last few minutes.
Jansen aggressively into the zone, loses the puck a little bit too strong, so it's wrapped around by the Cougars. Goudreau lost an edge. She's down on the deck. That allows Blaine to hang on to it. Anderle trying to work down in the corner. Everybody converges on that sideline. Anderle just taps the puck, but it slips right back to Gaudreau. Up to O'Hearn, a little bit too strong, or she'd have had a break walking in.
It was the right play to get it up to her, and she did a good job of circling around behind the defender to meet that puck at the blue line, but the pass just offline.
Under 10 here in the second period. Bengals walking a thin line here to keep this 1-1 score, thanks to Haley Hansen in net. And some good opportunities for Centennial. Bengals trying to find their own good opportunities. That one flies in towards Gress, and she will eventually cover it up.
That one surprised Gress a little bit, and I think the way she reacted to the rebound tells you that. That puck was well outside of the crease. She could have let it go, let her teammates play it, but she felt uncertain, so she went after the puck and covered it up.
Bengals control off the draw again into Cougar zone. Wrapped down there by Bouch and deflected right back out of the zone. Long sprint for Inlow with Cody charging hard.
Good
back to the middle.
Cody.
Hammond nearly got a stick on that enough, but the Bengals able to send it out of the zone. Runs into Cody again. Bouch has control. Bouch wide. Nobody back into the middle. 3 Cougars were there to knock it down. Inlow controls back to the front. Pad saved away by Gress. Inlow just saves it along the blue line there, but it's knocked back to the middle and taken away by Francis. Francis with that speed up ice towards the corner. Had her pursuit cut off there by Tess Inlow. Francis can't use her stick right now. It's pinned up against the wall, trying to kick it away and look for some help, and finally the Cougars do free it up for just a moment. Flipped in towards the crease and wide. Singh will track it down, backhands it towards Anderle. Cougars still there. Hammond, a piece of it to send it to the corner. Bengals, Anderle again under duress. Weaves her way to the blue line and just does clear the zone. Ends up on the stick of Singh. She'll wrap it down in towards the corner. 8.5 to go. Change finally comes for that tired line for the Bengals. Got Fussy back out there. She taps it back towards Jansen. Jansen trying to weave her way through at the pocket pick. Taken back up ice. Hemmer loses it to a pair of pursuing Bengals. And knocked out of the zone again. Cut off by Torma. Flies up ice to O'Hara. O'Hara has it. Karam right back to her, close to the blue line. Morgan O'Hearn fighting for it there, but the Bengals clear it out of the zone. A little bit of space for Sandberg. Sandberg, though, has it knocked off her stick momentarily by Flashin. Back to Fussy. Flashin able to kick it over towards the corner. Gets New Power a chance to clear. She does. Up to O'Hearn. New Power fighting for possession. Karum's right back to Flashin. Near side for O'Hearn. That's Ella on that near side. We'll come back with the icing. 7.5 to go in a scoreless second period so far. A goal apiece in the first. Anderle for the Bengals, Gaudreau for the Cougars. 16-12 shots on goal favor Centennial here at home. Bouch through traffic. Gress just able to pad save that one down. A little help from the glove. Francis clears it. She's got Gaudreau down the ice. The puck skitters away from her a little bit too strong though and turns into an icing. She catches up to that. Watch out.
Yeah, the face-off back at center ice.
Okay.
They had a quick word with Coach Geider.
So it comes to center, still 1-1. Jansen has it off that draw, sends it up ice. Looking to get it towards Anderle. Puck freed back to Jansen. She'll dump it into the zone. Coming up on the 7-minute mark, period number 2. No scoring until we were inside of 4 minutes in the first period. Following the same blueprint here in this rivalry game on a Friday night. Jansen stops on a dime, feeds up ahead. Couldn't get it cleanly to Ron, so it's knocked away. Gaudreau has it, knifing between the circles, had her stick held up there. The Bengal bench wanted something, but nobody saw it.
I don't think nobody saw it. I don't know how you could have missed that one.
Along the blue line, into traffic. Gaudreau slips it back out. O'Hara walks her way in, flips it up, saved by Hansen.
Love it from O'Hara. If no one's going to cut you off, just keep heading towards the net. Get as deep as you can and put that fear into Hansen, although not much has scared Hansen or gotten past her so far tonight.
Watch Gaudreau's stick. She tries to bring it down. Couldn't do it.
I'm sure that was an accident.
Bussey had it, right back to O'Hara. She'll walk in, backhand, just wide. Rebound chances, Hansen's there to pin it up against the back of the cage. It comes to Hammond.
Centennial has had chance after chance. Shots on goal are still fairly close together when you look at the scoreboard, but when you talk about scoring chances, heavily in favor of the Cougars in this second period.
For her to settle that down for that backhand like that, as fast as she was breaking in behind the defense, impressive. Just went wide. Elliott from the blue line. Hadn't been shy about taking shots from there. This time sends it down to Cody and gets it right back. Elliott trying to step her way between the circles, lost possession. Bengals flip it out. Back to Elliott, she'll dump it down. Spins around with just under 6 minutes to go in the second period. Hansen caught up behind the net with a couple of Cougars there. Bouncing puck before Hansen can get back out in front. And it's just clear enough to get Hansen set and ready to roll. There's a stick down on the ice. It's still out there for Hammond and the Cougars. O'Hara back to Hammond, right in front, takes a couple of shots, and Hansen covers it up. Nikki Hammond was all over the place for the Cougars with potentially some options, opportunities, but Hansen shuts it down.
Bengals are really on their heels right now, and they don't look defeated defensively, but they are facing a tough task in trying to shut down. And so far they've met that task, but it is a tough one with the way that Centennial is playing offensively.
There's a toughness to the way this Bengal defense does play. Sure, you're going to give up some chances, but the Cougars are having to work for everything, maintaining possession. Their wins this season, 9 of them for the Bengals. They've just given up a total of 8 goals in those wins. When they're defending, they're winning. And so far, it's been tight, but they're defending their way to a 1-1 game right now with 5 minutes to go in the second.
Completely agree. It just doesn't leave you with the feeling of confidence that you would normally see from a team that's won 9 games this season. Again, you would think they'd score a lot more goals, they'd have a lot more puck possession. This is some gritty and nail-biting type of hockey.
And again, the Bengals pinned behind their own goal line, peel it away for the moment. Can they clear the zone? Help comes over in the form of Caitlin Ron to wrap it around the boards and look for Macy Jansen to break it out.
At least they have the puck.
Sends it up to Anderle, who does clear the blue line with it.
Oh.
And it's knocked ahead. Here comes Singh. Singh in on Gress, and it sneaks in towards Gress, close enough for her to poke it away. Back, though, it goes for Bouch. She'll send it in off the pads of Gress. Just like that, nearly turned into golden opportunity time for the Bengals. Couldn't convert. Here comes O'Hara, back the other way. Dumps it, O'Hearn. She's wide with no puck possession, has to settle it down. Slapped around by the Bengals. O'Hearn, she'll walk along the goal line, send it in towards the post. Karams around and cleared out. O'Hearn right back to it. Taps it towards O'Hara. Backhand feed to Gaudreau and just knocked away.
Those two just look so smooth out there together.
I mean, that was pretty much no look, right? I mean, she had her back turned to the middle of the ice and flipped it with the backhand, and Gaudreau was right there, but it was knocked away well by Jansen. Yet another gritty moment for this Bengal defense.
31 goals, 25 assists between the two of those, between those two players coming into the day.
Elliott with Gaudreau on her hip. Back it goes towards O'Hearn and just wide of her to the near side. Cougars maintain possession. Back up top, sent in towards traffic. Knocked down towards the goal line by Elliott. Popping puck, and Hansen able to settle it down. New Power got it started from the blue line. We finally settle down. Here's that initial charge by Elliott. That line could, both lines that were out there offensively and defensively. Offensively for the Cougars, defensive for the Bengals. Everybody could have used a rest after the way that last minute and a half or so went. See what some fresh skaters do with just outside of 3 minutes to go in the second period. Francis angles back through, splits a couple of defenders on her way to the blue line with Cody back in the middle. Francis all the way towards the net and just dragged wide of the post.
It's hard to imagine Frances being on the ice for 90 seconds at a time, the way she expends her energy.
Hard to imagine many people you'll see skate faster on some open ice than Summer Frances. Out to Torma. Torma knocks it down off his skate. Right in front it goes for Cody. Cody hacking at it once and twice. I don't think it ever made its way to Hansen, but she was there.
There have been some things I really like about the sophomore Cody, but that was a big opportunity, and she could not settle the puck down in front of the net.
Hammond still tracking it down to a knee to keep possession. Back out to Torma, steady at the blue line with it. Fires it down to the circle. One-time opportunity right there. Goes awry.
I mean, O'Hara's right back out there.
She has the puck now. Trying to turn the corner with Hammond in the middle of things. Noelle Hemmer is also down there towards the crease. To the middle, to no one in particular, and taken away by the Bengals. And one of their easier clears of the night. It's right to Fussy, their top goal scorer. 3 defenders down there, so she just lobs it and goes for the change. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Still 1-1. And the balance of those pair of goals in the final 4 minutes of the first period. And then Haley Hansen has owned the latter stages of the second to keep the ledger clean here in period number 2. Face off in the Cougar zone. Bouch to take it up against O'Hara. Slips back to Jansen. She just left the puck as it crawled off the heel of her stick. O'Hara lost it for a moment in the corner. New power there. Send it around towards the corner. O'Hearn back to New Power, looking for space. Bounces toward Hemmer, back to the middle of the ice. Flashing, trying to take it out of the zone, needed help. Still pinned in along the blue line. And finally Flashing able to send it clear of the blue line. Right there to Hemmer with 1:10 remaining here in the second period. Hemmer thought she had O'Hearn rather, a little closer to her, and it was turned into a Bengal stick instead.
You know, one of the parallels I see between the Centennial girls team and the Centennial boys team is the trust between the players. Sending the passes to where they expect their teammates to be. The slight difference I've seen is the boys.
Braun with a great feed to the right, and Bouch sends it just wide.
You know, in that nearly perfect first period we saw from the Centennial boys last night, they never missed. And Centennial on the girls' side, they're still trusting their teammates, but it hasn't always worked out.
Braun and Parent on a 2-on-1, couldn't use it, so now it's 2-on-2. Back to Parent it goes. She just pulled that one wide. Gress will cover it up with just shy of 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's how you end up with the chances like the first goal that they scored.
I mean, it's a chemistry thing for Centennial, and to see it on both sides of their hockey programs is really exciting.
But that's how you reload, right? I mean, you have to have that youth side sniper shot. Good for Macy Jansen. Gress never saw it.
After all the pressure we've seen from Centennial, it's the Bengals who get the first and most likely the only goal here in this second period with only 22 seconds to play. How about a shout out to Hansen? She won't go in the scorebook for a goal, but this game would not be a Bengal lead without her effort throughout the entire period to allow for that one opportunity to be capitalized by her teammates up front.
Couldn't have put it in a better spot. And that's a goalie screened off. Not enough reaction time and just tucked under the crossbar. Gaudreau trying to get it back with under 15 seconds to go to Elliott. She sends it home and Hansen denies it again. She'll have to probably make at least one more save here. And yeah, all smiles. That's how you be a gritty team on defense and get one to pop home. That's how you win 9 games with the way they operate. Floating puck, Hansen, there's that save again. She just pushes it, and now the whistle brings us to a stop as the puck might have still been free.
Yeah, completely agree. It didn't look like she had control of that, and it was about to get real messy in there with a number of players coming into the crease.
This Cougar team's going to keep coming at them, though. Draw knifed into the corner. Ron just trying to survive the period now, and she'll do it with it pinned up against the boards. How about that? Final seconds with 22.5 to go in the period. A snipe from the blue line. Macy Jansen knocks it under the crossbar and gives the Bengals a 2-1 lead. Their second one-goal lead of the game. This one will stick through the intermission. 2-1 to the third in this rivalry matchup on North Metro TV. Bengals take a 2-1 lead to the third period as they try to get a win in this rivalry matchup. The Cougars scored to tie it late in the first, and the only goal came from the blue line in the second. This is how it looked. First period action. The Bengals would get on the board first. We're inside the final 4 minutes. A tumbling entry, a tumbling finish, and it was Maddie Anderle who capped it off the feed from Tess Inlow at the blue line. Just over 2 minutes later, the Cougars coming right back. Gaudreau to O'Hearn, back to Gaudreau, and a 1-1 game. We stayed tied that way through most of the second, courtesy of the defense of the Bengals and Haley Hansen. And then with less than 25 seconds to go in the period, Macy Jansen from the blue line knocks it top shelf, and that gives the Bengals the 1-goal lead. So gigantic there, John, for a team that we talked about it. A gritty defensive performance backed up by their goaltender in the second. And for them to earn a 1-goal lead to the third means so much, and it's going to be a big lift against this tough, aggressive Cougar team.
Well, think about the momentum, right? If that period had ended with it's still 1-1, we would have said, what momentum for Centennial? No, they didn't get the goal, but they dominated. They peppered everything. But I look at it a completely different way because of that 1 goal for Blaine. Blaine dominated defensively in a way that I don't always think of as a momentum builder, but you add that goal on top, and absolutely Centennial went to the locker room deflated compared to a Blaine team that was elated.
Centennial's done a lot of good on that offensive side. We've talked about some of their grade A chances, but the frustration level has to be pretty high because every time they feel like they've got a great opportunity, the Bengals, whether it's Hansen at the back end or somebody else, the Bengals have done enough to stymie it. And now you put that goal as the cherry on top, and Sandberg keeps it tight to the goal line. The Bengals playing with the confidence here. The Cougars maybe just the shade of frustration that might take some of the edge off. Only takes a goal, though, to get them right back in it. What is happening
watching that
right
acrobatic
down there?
act right in front of the blue line there?
Kid had his feet on the glass. I guess to his credit, it usually says no hands on the glass. That was interesting.
I mean, there's not that many fans here, so there's room to spread out, I guess.
Icing will bring it back, put the pressure on Caitlin Kress. She stopped 13 of 15 shots. She was a perfect 22 of 22 the first time these two teams met. And Haley Hansen has seen 21 shots on goal against her.
Look at him, Spider-Man.
Practicing. Potential goaltender. Living his best life on a Friday at the hockey game. 15.5 to go. Bengals have dominated possession time so far in the early stages. Cougars have just been unable to cleanly extricate it from their end here.
Yeah, no kidding. This is a different sort of start to a period than we've seen.
Now with some possession as Francis works it across the line with Hammond to her left. Francis leaves the puck between the circles, and the Bengals bring it out cleanly. Tapped around, back to Nowicki. Bouncing puck in towards Gresh. She can easily just shove that one out towards Flasher. Up ice it goes for Hammond. Hammond bullets that puck right into the zone, but nobody home yet with the change going on, so the Bengals pull it out with Sandberg. Sandberg up ahead, trying to find her way into the zone with Fussy. Takes the puck away from Newpower. Newpower, though, bangs it off the boards to clear some space and gets it to the Cougars. Gaudreau and O'Hara, with O'Hearn filling on the near side. O'Hara takes it in. Stopped by the Bengals. Out towards the blue line and clear. Dump back down off a Bengal. Left between the circles, but Jansen plenty of room.
Blaine is having some trouble with the ice, it seems like. I mean,
O'Hara, Gaudreau into the side of the net. Yeah, a lot of extra slipping and sliding there.
well, and even just possession of the puck, like skating by without really grabbing it with the stick and having to retreat back and slowing things down. It's odd to watch.
Sandberg was right in front. It was kicked away by Elliott. They found her, but Elliott got just enough to get in the way of that puck. Down ice for the icing. The Bengals will get a chance to keep the pressure on. As John mentioned, their last 2 wins, the Bengals 4 goals apiece. 4-1 over Armstrong Cooper. 3 of those, though, came in the 3rd period. So a tight game there late. They were up 2-0 against Anoka Spring Lake Park after won that one 4-1.
I mean, this Bengal team with a 2-goal lead, really scary thing for the opposition. So if the Bengals were the next team to score, you could almost pack it up at that point, it feels like.
I mean, look what they did against Maple Grove, the number 7 team in the state this week. Bengals were outshot in that game 43-14. And then Matty Anderle had the game-winning goal and the only goal of that game late in the 2nd period to win that one 1-0.
I can't imagine they are averaging more shots on goal than their opponents this season based on what we've seen.
Yeah, you just look at, I mean, even the last 5, outshot by Andover. Okay, you throw that one out, but they were outshot by Anoka Spring Lake Park, 32-29. Outshot by Maple Grove, 43-14. Close loss to Elk River Zimmerman, outshot 35-23. It's that gritty defense because they're also not getting power play goals, as we said. They're 4 of 44. Haven't had a chance today on the power play. We've had 1 penalty in this game. Early in the first, the Cougars couldn't convert.
Of course, it doesn't matter how many goals you win by. If you have more than the opposition, you get the W. And they've been great at doing that throughout the course of this year.
Singh slow plays it in the corner. Anderle there to help, peels it out for some space. Up ice it goes to Dean. Dean through traffic, caroms off a Cougar. Popped up high, a chance for Anderle to control it again. This time it's Bouch who comes in to peel it away and help her out. Singh and Bouch miscommunicate there just a little bit. They both leave the puck alone. Bengals though hang on to it, shoved back down towards the goal line. Force Torma to go cross ice with it. Cougars try the long cross ice pass. It goes up to Gaudreau, stops it on a dime on the logo. Back to O'Hara. O'Hara up on the near side. That's too many people in one spot, including the official there, as they all tumble and the puck goes free. Now to O'Hearn. Had a chance to turn the sharp corner, doesn't. Hangs on to it. O'Hara tapping the stick to get the pass. O'Hearn doesn't like her angles. Now O'Hara just comes and takes it off the wall. She shoved hard against the glass, and the Bengals with a chance to clear and do. Coming up on the 12-minute mark. Gaudreau eyes the net again, flying in. Caroms off the Bengal defense in front. Gaudreau after the puck again. Out to Sandberg. Sandberg has Parent to her right. Sandberg had it poked off the stick. There's Parent. Parent feeds back to Fussy. Fussy, the shot. Gress pops it just high and wide. Continued attack there for the Bengals. Parent give and go. Back to Sandberg and taken off her stick. Out again. This time Jansen's shot knocked away. Down the ice it goes with O'Hearn catching up to it. O'Hearn with Francis flying in. O'Hearn leaves it on the crease and tries the backhand that's steered away by Hansen. Cleared down ice immediately by the Bengals. Left wide of the blue line. Hammond tracks it down. Francis to her left as she goes wide to the right with under 11.5 to go in this 3rd period. Jansen slips down and loses an edge. That leaves the puck free for the Cougars. In behind the cage with Hammond out front. Comes out to Newpower. Newpower cycles it across. Flashing, sends it in tight. Bangs off of Hansen's pass. Bengals, free puck, chance to clear. Jansen lets it fly. That's going to be an icing, though, with just outside of 11 minutes to go in the contest. Scoreless here in the 3rd. We went scoreless until the final 22.5 seconds of the 2nd. Gave the Bengals right now the decisive 1-goal lead. Puck tapped around an extra time or two, but bounces back to Anderle out of the zone. Sings alone in the middle of the ice to the right. Anderle forced down to the deck and off the puck for a moment. Slowed up the pursuit towards Singh. Cut off over there by Thompson. Thompson from her own goal line. Flies it up to Gaudreau. Gaudreau through neutral ice with space.
Not that they haven't done it, but it's been so much harder for Centennial to get the puck up ice.
O'Hearn to O'Hara, right into the chest of Hansen. That puck, it never securely made it all the way from the front of a pass to the intended target. But it kept bouncing to Cougar skaters, and O'Hara finally sent it on net.
Great job by Anderle to get the stick out there. Disrupted now a shot and a pass.
Bengals trying to clear it out. Kicked back by Ron. Found just enough space to get to neutral ice. Now gets it back. Anderle's in the middle. Ron takes the shot. Little piece of the glove, maybe a little piece of the cage there, and up wide.
Looked like she got post, yeah.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark. Bengals have won 4 times this season by a single goal, including twice 1-0 over Maple Grove. Their opening game of the season, and we mentioned that other, ended with the Anderle game-winning goal. Parent tries to back her way in. Now a backhand pass towards Sandberg. Second try, no good as Gress makes a couple of big saves. That shot bulleted wide by Fussy. 9.5 to go and streaks out of the zone. They lost a 1-goal game to Rogers. Sitting at 4-1 in those slimmest of margin games for the Blaine Bengals. You look back at that last chance started by the Parent backhand.
It was the perfect feed, but nobody really had a great chance to take advantage of it because of the defense from Centennial in front of the crease.
Cougars have played just a single 1-goal game this year. They won that one 2-1 over Osseo Park Center. In tight to Hansen, had it bounce a little hard off the pads, but nobody home for a rebound. The 26th shot on goal, the 25th save, credited to Haley Hansen. Cougars haven't scored since the 17-second mark of the first. Francis tumbling to the deck, sends one dangerously on net, steered away by Hansen. 9 faithful minutes remaining in the contest. Flashing in tight. She had O'Hearn in front. That was Morgan that time. Couldn't redirect. Back to Torma. Whipped around all the way to Hansen. She'll leave it back. Nowicki comes to get it. Didn't like the angle. Bothered by O'Hara, who knocks the puck free. Plenty of Bengals there to get it right back. Whip towards the top of the zone, and Flashin has to track it down. Hits Gaudreau. Tried a little quick touch pass to O'Hara, knocked away. Sent up ice by Jansen. Cougars outnumber the single Bengal skater there, but it pops free right to Bouch, flying off the bench. Those shot sails wide. Time just continues to spin down here on the Cougars as the Bengals doing plenty to keep the lead. Anderle, Jansen, tape to tape along the blue line into traffic. Puck gets caught up and redirects down towards the corner.
I think what the Bengals are doing in this third period is really important. Maintaining offensive possession to take some pressure off of Hansen. And we talked about Hansen's numbers at the beginning of the game, but 2.2 goals against average and a 93.5 save percentage. Those are silly numbers for a high school goaltender. Really outstanding work, and you know, if the score stays the way it is, then she'll improve on those numbers here tonight. So really impressive effort, but she can't be on all the time. She survived a brutal second period, and now she needs her teammates to do exactly what they're doing, keep the puck on the other end of the ice. It's a great way to keep Centennial from scoring.
And by the way, those numbers include giving up 15 goals just to Andover in 2 starts, right?
Yeah.
So you think about that, and the rest of the time, good luck beating Haley Hansen.
Her numbers in her wins, like, ridiculous.
Deep shot makes its way to Gress. She knocks it down. It stayed in play. Then she clamps down on it. 7:01.
And Gress has good numbers. Like any other
Very
night,
good.
you'd say 2.5 goals against and a 92 save percentage. Really top notch. And yet well behind what Hansen's been able to do this season. We really have two of the better goaltenders in the conference here tonight.
And so we've got a 1-goal game inside the final 7 minutes in the rivalry. Parent tries to track that one down quickly to maybe get the shot on Gress there. Thompson out of the corner. Can't get it past the skate of Parent. Francis over to help. Two top goal scorers there with Fussy hounding on Francis. Francis pops clean. Near side to Hammond. Quick pass off the boards there. A little bit strong for O'Hearn, so it's flipped back down in the zone. Only Cougars home with it. Free puck dangling at the blue line there. Sandberg goes wide, beats one defender, takes the shot. Right there, Gress knocks it down, couldn't cleanly pick it up. Hammond there. Off the pads, the knee pads there of Peyton Parent. Flipped up ice. Ooh, I thought that was going to make it all the way down to Hammond. Intercepted by the Bengals, now turned over. Here comes O'Hara. O'Hara right in, a dangle and a backhand shot steered away by Hansen. O'Hara has it back again, slides it right down the slot. O'Hearn couldn't do anything with it. Steered to the far side corners. We go under 6 minutes to go.
O'Hara, it's like just a sophomore, great size and, you know, great ability to handle the puck. What an exciting player to have on the Centennial roster at such a young age.
12 goals, 14 assists. That puck hit a Bengal. Here's this last one. What a move. And Hansen there to it, though. Cody comes up aggressively for the Cougars. The puck makes its way to Singh for the Bengals. Bouch to take it away. Bouch tries to hit Singh on the run. Karam's down ice instead for the icing. Under 5.5 remaining. Nobody's scored here in this period.
If you're the Bengals, you want more controlled passes than that. Not necessarily because it's going to lead to a great breakaway for Singh, but it keeps the clock moving. It keeps the puck on the other end of the ice. Now Hansen has the faceoff coming right to her glove side.
Controlled by the Cougars on the draw. Elliott knifes it down there. Piles up the shot attempts. They're not all on goal, but Abby Elliott not afraid to take those shots from near the blue line. She now takes the puck away, looking to distribute. Comes back up top. That's Elliott, excuse me, as that one goes high over the head of O'Hara.
Looked like it might have been line drive single the way that Hansen was having to play that.
Good top spin, got over the glove of the middle infielder. Cougars. Gaudreau, quick pass intercepted by Singh. Singh 1-on-3. Keeps it at the correct end of the ice there for the Bengals, sends it off the pads.
He controlled it all the way. Great play by Singh.
Change was going on behind her. Now the puck just pops free of the zone. Gaudreau and O'Hearn. Gaudreau from O'Hearn. Back to O'Hearn and just too deep to the goal line to do anything with it, even if she caught up to it. Now Parent flies through neutral ice. Knocks it down off Hammond. Bounces to the far side for Caitlin Ron. Francis tries to knock it away. Free puck to Sandberg. Sandberg at the circle. Nearly got it through traffic. Now it's to Gress, who shoves it into the side of the cage. And back to Francis. Gaudreau on the near side with it. Francis up ice, hits the heel of her stick, stops on a dime to beat the defender there and get a little space to send it down ice. Go for the change. Under 4 minutes we go. Bengal defense and then the puck possession here in the third. It was the defense in the second with Haley Hansen at the back end. Now puck possession here in this one, and a rolling goal bouncing off Gress that may just do it. Jansen again from deep. Her second in a row and second of the night.
Wow. I mean, that's one that certainly Gress would like to have back. She was in position. She made contact with the puck, but she didn't read it correctly to the angle of the puck was coming in. So it just deflects off of her and into the net instead of deflecting away from the net. And Jansen, not a big-time goal scorer, but she's looked like it tonight. 2 deep strikes.
Her goals 4 and 5 of the season. And you said it, John, and that was when there were more than 10 minutes to go in this game. If the Bengals scored the next goal, It's going to be an awful tough road back. Well, now there's less than 4 minutes to go, and they did get that next goal to lead by 2. Not done with what we've seen with the offensive ability for the Cougars.
It's funny, you know, I said Jansen not a big-time scorer, and yet with 2 goals tonight, she's now second on the team in goals because there's a whole slew of players with 4 goals behind the team leader with 7, Brielle Fussy.
A lot of balance there for the players scoring the goals for the Bengals.
It just goes to show, again, the identity of this team is defense first and probably second and third, because that's how they've won their games. And even with 3 goals tonight, it's defense that is going to be what wins them this game if they can hold on for the final 3+.
In towards Hansen. She lets the clock continue to roll. She sends the puck down below the goal line. Bengals nearly had it out of the zone. There's O'Hara. She's got O'Hearn down tight to the net. Sends it towards O'Hearn, hacking at the puck, and Hansen will make the save. Sprawling out to cover it up late.
Dynamite play by Hansen. Really strong night for her. You know, she's had shutouts this season, and she doesn't get one here tonight, but it's got to be a top-notch effort for her to come out here and really hold this Centennial team, an 11-win team at bay, a team that had already beaten Blaine this season at bay.
Gaudreau slow plays it to make sure O'Hara's there. Knives her way through the defense, hangs on to it, just poked away. That might have been Jansen. Poked it enough off the stick. O'Hara back to the middle of the ice, floats all the way back to the blue line. Elliott down towards the goal line with skaters behind her getting tangled up. It's cleared from the zone by the Bengals with under 2.5 to go and a 2-goal lead for Centennial. Or excuse me, for Blaine. O'Hara chasing the puck. Jansen beats her to it. Couldn't clear it past Flashing. Puck knocked away. Sandberg didn't see the extra Cougar skater there. To Gaudreau. On the goal line, feeds in front for O'Hearn. Past her. Slips off the stick of Thompson and out of the zone. Under 2 minutes we go. Sing up ice. Settles it into the corner. Dumped it back behind. Anderley. Nifty backhand right to the middle for Sandberg. Over to the left side it goes in low. Wraps it deep below the net. Sing with it there.
Love what Blaine is doing here. They're not forcing anything. They're just trying to burn time. That's all that matters right now, is keeping the clock moving.
Sing's been right at the heart of that. We've lauded her for that twice now in this period. Less than 90 seconds to go. Dumped into the zone. Cougars are there. Grace Bouch making it tough, though, for them to move it up ice. Intercepted by Anderley. She'll push it across the blue line. Coming up on a minute to go. Nowicki sends it ahead.
Too long.
That one will be the icing, so what's been a rare mistake here in the third period, puck possession-wise for the Bengals. Send it back to the other end and a little bit of life for the Cougars. It also, with this face-off, will allow Gress to come off the ice and get an extra skater out there. So not having to pull the goalie in the flow of the game here. Control the draw, and they've got the extra skater. Cougars had the only advantage early in this game and the only penalty in this contest. Couldn't score on it. O'Hara sends it in tight. Rebound chance. O'Hearn slapped at it once and twice. Hansen steers the puck to the far side. Francis out to the blue line, into traffic again, bouncing down towards O'Hearn. Cleared. Elliott keeps it in the zone, and then it's shoved out by Fussy. Empty net on that right side with just 34 seconds remaining.
It's interesting, they weren't looking to throw it down ice and send it towards the net. They were just trying to find teammates to pass it to.
Sandberg takes it back in the corner.
I think at this point, you're just fine to throw it towards the goal if you can.
Cougars get it out of the zone. And who else but Macy Jansen, maybe, to cap off a hat trick with another deep shot. But now they just care about the final 8 seconds. The Bengals hunting their 10th win, coming into a rivalry matchup, and they will beat the Cougars tonight. 3-1 is the final, as Blaine gets a little bit of retribution for the 2-0 loss at home, and they come in here and dominate the final 2 periods of this game to win it 3-1. Maddie Anderle with the first. Megan Gaudreau would tie it up, but then two from Macy Jansen to win this one 3-1. Bengals now sit at 10-5. The Cougars drop to 11-3. We'll be back at it tomorrow with both hoops and hockey on North Metro TV. Thanks so much for watching. 3-1 the final. Bengals get the win in the Cat Clash on North Metro TV. Good night, everybody.